welcome to another edition of Lab Rats. My name is Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And as you can see, we're kind of tired. It's been a long show.
We've walked like 16,000 miles down the halls of the convention center.
But it's okay.
Too much.
We still have tons of energy.
Look, comfortable shoes. That's the secret here.
That is the secret. So we're going to bring another day of a fabulous new technology from Consumer Electronics Show. But first, a message from our sponsor.
This is a llama. It carries luggage. This is a burrito. It is lunch. This is Camtasia Studio 4. It makes screencasts. Now answer our trivia question. What screencasting tool is not woolly or made of beans? I'll be back at the end of the show with the answer.
You've probably heard of voice over IP, and that's when you make telephone calls across the internet. But how do you integrate that into an existing handset that makes regular telephone calls with your telephone company? Well, Panasonic has solved that, and here's Dan to tell us a bit about it. What's the product called?
We call the product Global Range, and it seamlessly integrates the cost savings of voice over internet and also a regular landline, the convenience of a regular landline.
Very cool, and so it's basically like a cordless phone that does both.
Absolutely, and it's so easy to use, and like you say, it's cordless.
Now, on the back of this, it has two connections, I guess. One's for a traditional telephone line in.
An Ethernet connection and a regular landline connection, so you have both on the back.
That Ethernet connection will go out, I guess, to your cable, I guess, your voice over IP modem.
Absolutely, that's the way it works.
And of course, because it's cordless, it uses what, 2.4 gigahertz or
5.8 gigahertz frequency hopping spread spectrum.
Oh, very cool. What's the pricing? What's the availability?
So the pricing will be $99 without telephone answering device and $129 with telephone answering device. And the delivery is sometime around late summer for Amazon, and traditional retailers probably around October.
And that's worldwide?
That's in 12 countries. We're releasing this simultaneously in 12 countries.
There you go, the Global Range dual mode phone that does voice over IP calls as well as traditional telephone company calls as well. Thank you so much, Dan.
Global Range.
Global Range, there we go.
So you're getting ready to go out, but you're not quite sure what the weather is like. Well, why not ask your umbrella? Sanjay from Ambient Devices is here to show us an umbrella that can actually tell you whether or not it's going to rain. So how does this know it's going to rain?
This umbrella is pulling information from a wireless network. It's actually coming from AccuWeather.com. And when it's going to rain, if you look down here at the LED, it will glow at you. It actually has 4 different patterns of glowing to let you know how badly it's going to rain. In some cases, you may not want to go outside at all. And in this particular case, I'm turning on a test pattern because here in Las Vegas, we couldn't count on it raining often enough.
No, not very often. It did all last year, but this year it's been pretty dry. So when is this going to be available, and how much will it cost us to know in advance of whether it's going to rain?
It's going to be available the first half of 2007, and it's the MSRP on this is $99.
$99. Very good. A little bit of insurance against wet hair.
Well, GPS isn't just the purview of high-end car owners anymore. Handheld units came to the market last year, over the last couple of years, and the price points have come plummeting down. I'm here with Eric from Mio. Now, you guys are new to the North American market, and you've really taken the retail market by storm with these handheld units. So tell me a bit about the product range, and I guess let's start here. This is one of your more high-end units, is it not?
We're showing that at the show for the first time. This is our Mio DigiWalker C520, and of course when you're here at the Consumer Electronics Show, everything is widescreen. So what's nice about this is our first foray into the widescreen GPS. What we're trying to do with this is do a couple of different things. We want to make sure that not only do we have a wider screen display for people with larger cars where it may be just physically further away, but we're also able to use a unique split screen display so we can show you the standard map like on our normal devices, but we can also show you kind of a macro zoom of more information for upcoming turns, upcoming intersections, and a little bit more detail as you go.
So you basically got a square map with a sidebar of information?
Absolutely, and you can run it either way. Some people say, no, I want the widescreen because I want to see the whole horizon laid out. Some people say, I want more information. In addition to that, because of the great screen, we've got a video player, we've got the MP3 player, we've got a photo viewer. We want to make sure that this is absolutely a media device as well.
Right, very good. And I said we talk about price over here. And once upon a time, GPS was thousands of dollars. Last year, we saw them come down under $700 or $800. Now, what are we looking at here?
This one's going to go out the door for us right now at $449 retail. And that's what we're looking at. So you're really seeing a drop in price where these are going away from the technology enthusiast and the hobbyist and really getting down to the guy who says, you know what, I want one of those in my car.
Now, because they go in your hand and in your pocket, are you getting a lot more demand from maps beyond North America?
Absolutely. One of the things that we're doing this year is we're making sure that our software and our infrastructure with the product around the world is the same. So now we're using our Mio Map software for all of our products around the world, and now we're able to share that map data. So it's getting very, very easy to say, okay, I use this as I'm driving around Fresno, But when I'm going to go to Paris, because everybody who lives in Fresno goes to Paris, I want to be able to get those maps and go on vacation.
Now, for the folks out there that are, want to spend even less money, you have actually a lower price point here, right, with this guy?
Absolutely. This is our Mio DigiWalker C250. This one's going to hit the streets right around $299. And what we're doing here is we're able to go through and actually have all the maps preloaded on an SD card. This will have preloaded maps of just the US at this point. So we're trying to make sure that we're giving people just what they need. If you're in the US and you want to drive around, you want great direction, great point of interest location, and also have an MP3 player when you're on a plane, that's a great device for you.
And ultimately, extras abound, Bluetooth capability on both of these devices?
On the C520, you will see Bluetooth, and that will allow you to pair it up to your cell phone so you can use it as a hands-free speakerphone while you're driving.
And you can play MP3s on this and movies as well, right?
Absolutely. On the 520, it's both video and MP3. The 250 also does MP3 playback.
Awesome. So, wow, GPS on a multimedia player as well.
Absolutely. Everybody's going a lot of places during the day. You want to make sure you're entertained as you go.
Eric from Mio, thank you so much. Thanks.
Flash memory is getting smaller and faster all the time, and we're here with the proof right here. Claudia from Kingston is showing us, what is this called?
This is called the Data Traveler Mini with MeeGo. It's got the MeeGo software in here, and as you can see, it's quite small, and it is capless, so it doesn't really have a cap.
Yeah, I always lose the caps anyways. So.
Yeah, so we decided to go capless with this one, since lots of people were complaining that they would lose the cap.
This thing is so small, it's almost nasally insertable. I mean, you could lose this very easily with like just a...
Yeah, and then it's gone.
And it's gone. So, okay, it's obviously very tiny, but how much data will this fit?
We have a 512. This one's a 1 gig, and there is a 2 gig coming out.
2 gig on that?
It's 2
No
gigabytes
way.
on this.
No way.
Yes.
Okay, and what price are we looking at for these little?
The 1 gigabyte is 23, and the 2 gigabyte is 43 MSRP.
$43 for 2 gigabytes that you can stick right up your nose.
This year, Sony showed off OLED televisions, or organic light-emitting diode. Now, that's a new display technology made out of an organic material. It's kind of like the stretchy stuff you get in the plastic bags at the grocery store. What's cool is when you run power through it, the molecules start to expand, and when you turn the power off, they spit out a little photon, so it's light emissive. What's cool about this is it can be made on reel-to-reel like wallpaper, so it can be the size of a wall, the size of a house. The other cool thing, of course, is because it's thin, it can be wrapped around things. So imagine you can actually turn furniture into a display, kind of like on the Star Trek Next Generation. Anyway, no word on pricing, and it really is a prototype, but we should see this as shipping product over the next 5 to 10 years based on what the industry says.
Now, if there's anything that I love more than anything else in the world of technology, it's robots. And Michael here from Meccano, who's here with Nico Home Electronics, is showing off another kind of robot that I never thought I would see, a spy robot. Yeah. So Michael, tell me how this works.
So in fact, it's a kit. So you have to build it up as an erector or Meccano set, 17 steps, very easy, but you don't have to build up the electronics. All the electronics is on board, Wi-Fi, okay, you have a cable, USB cable connect to the head of the robot, which is a camera. Once you build it up, what it does, you can take control of the robot through Wi-Fi computer to your robot locally or globally through the internet anywhere in the world where you are from any computer. You have the password, you have the login, and you can take control from the robot. Once you have control from the robot, what it does, you take pictures, you shoot movies, okay? The space, you don't need any memory in the robot. The space of your computer is the memory. After that, you can talk to the robot anywhere in the world. It's a VoIP, so it's free of charge, computer to computer kind of a connection, I would say.
So how would you feel about using this to terrorize my cat from across the world?
You can terrorize your cat, or you can watch what the guys at your office are doing, or watch what your girlfriend is doing in the world. You can talk to her also.
Okay.
And also you have an alarm mode on it, means every time you pass in front of the robot, it takes pictures, send you emails. And we resolve one problem that we could have, which is the charge of the batteries. We create a docking charge. Once the battery are low, it goes directly to the docking charge to recharge for the robot.
All right, so what is the price for this kit, and when will it be available?
It's probably going to be available in September, okay? And it's going to be $269 US retail.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, I'm really excited because we're here at Central Hall in Las Vegas to take a look at Microsoft Vista. Now, if you're wondering what that is, I've got Barry here from Microsoft who's going to kind of explain it. It's the big thing this year for you guys at the Consumer Electronics Show.
It is the biggest. It is really, people are familiar with Windows XP and Windows XP Media Center. It's the evolution of where we're going with our operating system.
Now this has been 5 years in development, correct?
That's right, and we built it from the ground up.
So what are the key new features of Vista that have sort of changed from Windows XP?
I mean, security is at the core, so it's being built so that it's a much more secure operating system.
So no more viruses, no more spyware?
It's being built so that we minimize it. Can never guarantee that, but...
What else is new?
Search, because people have so many music files, other files, music, photos, so that you can find the files a lot easier, because a lot of people spend a lot of time doing that. Search is integrated throughout the operating system.
Including in the start menu, correct?
Absolutely.
We should call it the smart menu now.
It gets smarter and smarter every time.
Very good. And also to a whole new look for Vista, I think, right? 3D stuff?
Yeah, it's definitely being improved. Less clicks to get to where you want to go, as well as a three-dimensional look and feel called, Flip 3D.
Flip 3D, okay.
And arrow interface.
The arrow interface. Okay, so those are the buzzwords people should look out for.
Yeah, exactly.
In case they've been under a rock.
Yeah. That's right. Not hard to find the information.
So when are we going to see? How many versions of Vista, and when are we going to see it?
For the consumer, so people at home, you're talking about 3: Vista Basic, Vista Premium, Vista Ultimate.
So Vista Home Premium, and you said Ultimate?
Yes, that's right.
And for business, small business, is a small business edition as well?
There will be a business edition, as well as Ultimate is for both.
Very good. Okay. And when are we going to see it?
January 30th is the launch, and you'll be able to see it at retail stores a few days before that.
There you go. Stand by for Windows Vista, the latest operating system from Microsoft, January 30th.
We're taking a look right here at the DeskStar 7K1000 from Hitachi Global Storage Technologies. It is a 1 terabyte drive, 5 platters, all perpendicular, and it will fit a ton of your data. That's a lot of Lab Rats episodes.
Well, I have to say that I'm kind of really excited about this new product. I've been watching you guys for years. This is Bob from OQO. OQO. And it's the world's smallest Vista-ready PC, correct?
That's correct. Actually, Bill Gates showcased this in his keynote speech today. This is the world's smallest Vista-capable PC, the new OQO Model 02 computer.
Now, so this is a fully fledged Windows computer.
Exactly. This is a real notebook computer. It's not running Windows Mobile or some other operating system like a PDA would.
Right.
This is a real PC, and it's running standard XP or Vista. And
it's a laptop. Well, actually, it's not even a laptop. It's a palm top or whatever. I don't know. What would you call it?
You might call it a hand top. You could call it an ultra-mobile PC. That's what we're calling it.
Okay.
Because it's a real PC that runs a full operating system, but it's small enough to fit in your pocket and take with you wherever you go.
What's the processor in there?
So this has tremendous performance capability, just like a real notebook computer. It has a 1.5 gigahertz CPU, and it has a gigabyte of RAM. It has a 60 gigabyte hard drive, and it has the ability to drive multiple large displays. Actually has HDMI output.
Oh, wow.
You can connect to a DVI monitor,
right,
and run 2 concurrent displays at 1920 by 1200.
Wow, so it's capable of high definition output as well.
Well, it's actually beyond high def. It's 1920.
I guess so. Yeah, you're
That's right.
You're right. This is 1280, right? It's high definition.
That's right.
So does it come with a swanky little, thingy?
So this docking station is also available. This has a built-in optical drive. It's a dual-layer DVD RAM and DVD plus-minus RW drive, and also allows you to connect to all of your peripherals at your desk, your display, your keyboard, your mouse, and everything else.
Well, that's very cool. And what's the price point?
So this starts at $14.99, and it's also available with EVDO service from Sprint.
And Wi-Fi too, no?
Yeah, so it has Wi-Fi, ABG, and then with EVDO, wherever you are that Sprint has service, you can get high-speed mobile broadband capability.
There you go, world's smallest hand-top PC. And more information at okio.com.
That's correct.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
At the top of the show, we asked you, what screencasting product is not woolly or made of beans? Is it A, a llama, B, a burrito, or C, Camtasia Studio 4? The answer is Camtasia Studio 4. Learn more at ces.techsmith.com.
Well, that's it for another day of CES coverage from Lab Rats.
I'm not
Poor
even
Sean is just completely wiped out.
Yeah, I'm not even going to lift my head up for the clothes.
Oh, your poor baby. Anyway, if you'd like to send us feedback, we would like to hear from you at feedback@labras.tv.
Yeah, be sure to check out our fantastic sponsor, TechSmith's special site for this, ces.techsmith.com.
Yeah, be enthusiastic, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks, TechSmith!
Thank you. I'll raise my head. Thank you, TechSmith.
All right, well, that's it for us. My name's Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And we'll see you again. Wake up, buddy.
Are you ready? Try this at home.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah, what in?
I think that's Elvis.
Elvis.
Elvis is not dead.
Step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything, but don't step on my blue suede shoes.
Baby, so lonely, baby. Baby, so lonely. Oh, baby, so lonely, like a die.
Sean, that's horrible.
All right.
We're singing in the rain, just singing.
Oh, he's for real.
I think you're crazy.
Could ever be you. My arms won't free you,
That's
and
right.
my heart won't try.
Good. That's a good job.
Wait, look. Not very good. You got a 0.
0.
Out of 100.
Out of 100.